So here we are in Mississauga, and we are at the Guitar Haus .ca. I'm here for an FG9 Yamaha clinic, but this shop is yet another gem in the Canadian landscape of high-end guitar stores, just like Roger, Brickhouse, and G&G Music. And I want to show you this place because it was so cool. Amazingly, one of their main businesses here is actually building custom furniture. You might recognize these chairs from Big Brother. They built these for the show. And here's my office tonight. These are all the new Yamaha FG9s. Rosewood on this side, mahogany on this side. It is a veritable candy store in here. And here comes Steve Piccone with all the merch, and there's Stan right there.
Well, hello.
Hello, Stan.
Guitar Haus.
Yes. Good to see you. This
Great
is
to
awesome.
see you. Thank you for coming and taking your time.
I'm just telling all the people about how cool this place is.
Yeah, come, I'll show you around.
We call this we've been calling this the Speakeasy store, because you have to go out back.
Guitar stuff with John.
So here's our shipping department. That's where we package, ship, receive. Here too.
Look at all the guitar boxes, cases. It's amazing.
These are all FG9 R
Yeah.
and M cases. And here is our...
Check this out. You go through the little maze and look where you come out at. This is a hidden gem shop. Much like G&G, Brickhouse, this place is incredible. We need more shops like this in Canada for sure.
And we just opened up.
Yep.
Recently.
This is the used wall. Trade-ins and such. Right in the beginning. And then on to the new room. Stan is carrying an unbelievable array of high-end instruments.
So here we have Loudon.
Loudons that you can actually take down off the wall and play. I've seen Loudons in Canada, but they're always under glass. I've actually played 2 or 3 of these. Stan just handed them right to me. Incredible. A whole wall of Ferk.
Yeah, all these are Ferks.
And then back here, some really cool guitars. The Dovinas
So Venus.
that you guys have asked me about. Well, Stan has them. He just came from there today. He was at their shop.
Yeah, 1 hour ago I arrived.
Yep.
2 o'clock on Sunday.
He knows Erica well. And these guitars are very startling. They're very good guitars. I will be reviewing one of these soon. And then on to all the Yamahas. There's an LJ26, super rare Hamamatsu guitar, an LS26, FG3 right there. Some of the discontinued small body stage guitars. These are not going to be around much longer. APX 1000. There is an LS36. Look at that. You just never see anything like this hanging on a wall anywhere. There's the 1200. A chocolate 16. 12 string. And then scattered throughout the store, there's just all these really cool brands. Like he's got the Sheerans. He's got Godin. More Ferks, Seagulls. And over here, the high-end breedloves that are out.
Yes, these are American made.
Yep. I've played a couple of these. They're stunning. You just don't see this in a shop anymore. There's a beautiful Larrivee Jumbo. Look at that. Wow. And then on to Godin. We all know and love them. There's a pretty Godin. Oh, look at that. Never even seen that model before. And on that goes. It's very amazing. So if you want to see you want to go into a guitar shop and actually see guitars that you'd never see anywhere else, this is one of the places you can come to. And they're few and far between. Thank you, Stan.
Well, that's my pleasure. Thank you for once again for
And
taking your time.
We're going to be doing some reviews for you.
Awesome.
And you're thinking about becoming a partner on the channel?
Absolutely, yes. I'm a fan of your channel for quite a long time. So,
Yeah.
because I'm trying to learn a lot, and I learned from your channel a lot about guitars, and so definitely I would be interested.
Well, you've got a beautiful shop here. It really is amazing.
Now, what we have here is just a fraction of the guitars. We have online a lot more selection.
And you ship anywhere in the world?
We focus on Canada and USA, and we're starting to ship into different countries. We're still new at this. We just opened up like a few months ago, so I have to, get to know how to properly ship guitars without any issues. So
well, most of your customers are going to be in North America for sure, because some of these guitars are so hard to find.
But we do have a lot of inquiries in different countries like Taiwan and Korea.
Yeah.
And so I'm still learning how to properly ship guitar without any order duties and other.
Our close friend down the road, Roger Schmidt, down in Kitchener, also deals Firk and Boucher, and so there's 3 shops in Canada that I've found. This one and Rogers and G&G Music, which is presenting a collection of instruments that you just can't find anywhere else. So, what's the address here, Stan?
It's at 5015 Main Gate Drive.
5015 Main Gate Drive in Mississauga,
Ontario.
Yep. So if you're in the west end of Toronto or passing through, and you want to see something incredible, this is the place you got to come look at. Incredible. Anyhow, guys, there you go. We'll be hearing more from these boys along the way, and I have to go do a Yamaha clinic out front there. So thanks to everybody here at Guitar Haus and our buddy Stan and all the crew here. Keep your eyes open. We'll be showing some guitars from here soon. So there you go, boys. That's the Guitar Haus, Haus. It's a cool place, and I'm amazed that there's another shop like this in Canada. It blew me away. So now we've got Roger Schmidt down in Kitchener with his Avenir, Hosen, Pellerin, Boucher, Firk as well. It's a world-class store. And now here, just beside Toronto, we have this place, Loudon, Dovina, Firk as well. All kinds of breedloves, Yamahas. It's quite incredible. And then we've got at home, of course, we got our buddy Glenn, G&G Music, and we need more shops like this. You see these a lot, down in the States, but they're 10 times our population, so there's no wonder there's that many guitar shops like that in the United States. But here, rare. So there's another place for you to check out. Between those 3 stores, you've got pretty well the best guitars in the world, all in 3 stores that you can check out. And Stan's a real nice man. It's a cool spot. So if you get a chance to come out here, just on the edge of Toronto, Mississauga, come check them out. Go see my buddy Roger. If you're down around Antigonish in Nova Scotia, go see our buddy Glenn. Adding some folks to the family. All right. Hey guys, JP here. It's a wonderful, beautiful morning at the barn, and I'm just getting back home from this trip. It was a long 20 days out on the road, and I've had some time to reflect on my meeting with Stan Zakemski at Guitar Haus in Mississauga, Ontario. Still kind of reeling about meeting him and seeing what he's doing. When I was a kid, we used to dream of going to places like, in Canada, the Folklore Center in Halifax. Later on, Groon Guitars in Nashville. There was a place called the Acoustic Guitar Shop in Calgary. And that's really all I can think of in my lifetime that is in the same category as Guitar Haus, Brick House Guitars, and G&G Music. These three stores represent a time before we were sort of inundated with cookie cutter style stores. And not saying anything against Long and McQuaid. They're our mainstay. They're pretty well indispensable in this country for a lot of reasons. They provide, financing to working musicians. They always have, the best selection of the major brands. We see Martin Taylor Gibson. They have it all, right? And if they don't have it, they can order it. But the idea that a guy like Stan who obviously is well resourced, is putting his time and effort and money into developing a shop specifically designed to fly in the face of the cookie cutter. It's huge. It's the only shop like this in the country that I know of. The only place that comes close to him is Cosmo. But Cosmo also, of course, is a Martin Taylor Gibson dealer. So you're going to see a lot of the same things in there as you'd see in Long and McQuaid. Cosmo also has Loudon. But the way that Stan set this place up, man, it's like you feel like when you walk in there that you're going into a business that's by appointment only. You know what I mean? It's a really special feeling just walking in that store. The same feeling you get from Roger and from Glenn. You go in there and it's not like any other place aesthetically, and you just know you're going to see something you've never seen before. These shops are incredibly important. They are very important, and I think Stan just has a spot there that's mind-boggling. And to tell you what kind of a guy he is, and it looks like it's him and his family working there. It seems his wife and maybe, I think, his kids. It was a whirlwind tour of the place, and we had a clinic to do, and I didn't get into the whole, wasn't really sure what was going on in there. It was overwhelming, But they were so kind. Like, they offered us food, and can we get you coffee? Can we get you this? They brought around food, trying to feed us, and they were so kind-hearted, and Stan loves guitars. You can see it in his eyes. When he looks at his stock, he gets a twinkle in his eye, and he's first of all told me that he had just come from the Dovina factory that day. He had just flown in a few hours before to meet us and do the clinic. And he knows Erica, the woman that runs Dovina, and they're designing a guitar. They're doing an OEM guitar for Stan that'll be called a Zach, Z-A-C-H, of course after his name, Zakemski, right? And so And he's also getting in Callings, that's coming, and Santa Cruz. So it's insane. It's just like, it's like walking into guitar heaven, right? And it's important. I've said that 100 times, but it's so important because he runs that store. If I was going to open a guitar store, it would be just like his. There'd be no common brands, and you'd be able to see guitars that ranged from 20,000 down to 2,000, right? And none of them would be Martin Gibsons or Taylors. And he's sort of proving my point that I've been making on the channel for almost 5 years, that your guitar, right, the guitar that's going to blow your mind, you don't know what's on the headstock, but you never may find that guitar if you can't be exposed to all kinds of different builders. So it's really, really cool. It's really cool, and he's a super, super nice man. And how kind-hearted he is. When I left there, I said, look, I want to tell people about this place because it's wicked. And he said, well, you know what? He said, why don't you review a couple guitars for me? And he handed me a Loudon and a Dovina. I said, take these home with you, and you know, we'll loan them to you, right? These guitars are valuable. And I just walked out of that store with those guitars, and he trusts me, and I trust him. And so those reviews are going to show up in the next few weeks. I got a couple of killer guitars, and I'm going to probably end up doing the same thing I do with Roger. Roger gives me immensely expensive instruments to tour with and to review and to use, and it's just like a library. As a content creator, I can take those instruments, review them, play them, use them, take them back, and trade them in for the next thing that they want to showcase. And it's just an incredibly healthy relationship for me as a content creator, but it's also really healthy for my viewers who are seeing instruments they would never be able to see otherwise. They wouldn't see Hosens and Avenires and Loudons and Dovinas, and God knows what else Stan's going to get in there that's going to end up on my channel. So if you really want to see a wonderland of guitars, you have to go see Guitar Haus. Their website is www.guitarhaus, H-A-U-S, Guitar Haus, Guitarhaus.ca, guitarhaus.ca. And they're at 5015 Main Gate in Mississauga. Go see it. If you're passing through Toronto or living in Toronto or living anywhere within a 2-hour radius of that place, go look at it, right? And then don't forget my buddies down at Brick House who have another crop of stuff that you can't see anywhere else. Bouchers, Avenires, Hosen, Pellerine. It's incredible. Between these 3 stores, I don't actually need any more store partners because they're demonstrating what I've been saying all along, that you just don't have to go into the mainstream to find the instrument of your dreams. And guys like Stan are making it easier for players to do just that. They're showing you a world you'd never see anywhere else, and I'm just blown away. I'm still kind of reeling over it. I've been home for a few days. I had a gig up in Sydney. I went up and played at the installation of some of our folks into the Cape Breton Music Hall of Fame, and it took me days to process all this and how stunning it was to find that store existed, and remembering all the times I wanted to go to stores like that as a kid, and how they're just not around anymore. Even in the U.S., you've got places like the Acoustic Shop in Missouri. Our buddies John Chap, they run that kind of a store. But man, when you think about how many hundreds, maybe thousands of guitar shops there are. How many can you say? You're just not going to find many electrics in there. You're not going to find any major 3 companies in there, except on the used wall, because that's ironic, right? He's got Martins, Taylors, Tax, those things, Gibsons, but they're on the trade-in wall. People are going in there, trading off those guitars to get their hands on this other, bevy of handmade goodness, right? He has every Hamamatsu custom shop Yamaha that's been made. That blew me away. He's got 16s, 26, 36, 56. All the custom stuff that's come out of Hamamatsu, he has it on the wall. So, I mean, yeah, it's pretty damn cool. You got to go see it. Guitar Haus, Haus, .ca. And, I'm just excited. I want to see where this goes, because just meeting him the one time, I realized he's just as big a guitar head as me, and it's refreshing to see that kind of enthusiasm from a merchant, right? Most stores are pretty laid back. They've seen it all, done it all. They have to buy a certain number of this, and this every year. But Stan's put himself in a different box. So he fits in perfectly with my family on this channel. So proud to say he is the third in the trinity now of shops that are abnormal and abnormally good. So keep an eye out for him and me on this weirdo, whatever this is, YouTube thing. And go see him. Call him. Go on the website. Get in touch with him. Again, big giant bugs. Guitar Haus, Haus, house. Guitar Haus, he says. .ca, right there in Mississauga. Really easy to get to, by the way. I was flabbergasted how simple it was to get down there. It's a very, sort of an industrial part of the city on the edges, not far from the highway at all, and slicker than hell. So, yeah, go see my buddy Stan Zakemski and his family, and you will be blown away. I 100% guarantee you'll be blown away. Anyhow, there's a really cool, sort of unexpected guitar stuff with John. I didn't really see this coming when I went to do this clinic. And again, I got to thank Steve Piccone at Yamaha for introducing me to this guy. I had no idea he existed. They've only been open since November of 2023. And the reason I was there was because this man bought 17 FG9s. He has the largest stock of Yamaha FG9s of any dealer in the world. That's saying something, because they're hard to come by. They're only building about 500 of them a year, so they're tough to get. And he believes in the product, so there you go. There you go, boys and girls. Hope you have fun. Go see my buddy Stan. Again, www.guitarhaus.ca. And we'll see you next time on Guitar Stuff with John. It is probably going to be some stuff from his shop. So there you go.